Well, I am an auto enthusiast. I love having cars which are fun to drive. Many of our viewers might also be pure car fanatics who love having a car which they can drive every day to work, and every time they sit inside it, they'll get a wide grin even if they switch on the ignition. But I'm sure there are many viewers who are family men who have parents, their children, and definitely they can't go for a driver's car because, well, they are not that practical. So they have to settle in for some boring family car which is definitely not fun to drive, but it just serves the purpose and gives the priority of the children and the family. Well, what if I told you there was a car which is fun to drive, which is quite practical, but is slightly towards the premium budget? Here is the new Volkswagen Tiguan Allspace. Fun to drive because it gets a 2-liter turbo petrol TSI engine. Well, in its price range, you have a lot of cars that are fun to drive, but the performance that you get from a TSI engine is nowhere to be found. And plus, it's bigger than the regular Tiguan and is now a 7-seater. Can seat 7 people now. So, how does the Tiguan Allspace perform? How is it a car that is for your requirement? How is it a practical car, and can it blend in both the conditions when you want to take things for fun and when you want to become practical? Let's find out answers to all these questions in our review, so stay tuned till the end of this video. If you see, Tiguan Allspace is literally the same Tiguan if you look from the front. The changes are mainly under the hood, a couple of changes inside the cabin, and the third and the most important thing, additional 2 seats on the third row. Talking about the design over here, well, the Tiguan Allspace is a pure European thing over here. It's nothing jazzy to be seen over the car, but still it's very subtle and very classy. It gets the 18-inch wheels, new LED DRLs, full LED headlamps, and the chrome grille. There is no plastic cladding over the body, but just on the wheel arches. Inside the cabin, it's the same Volkswagen thing all over again, an uncluttered, simple yet practical cabin. And also, Allspace is the flagship SUV or the flagship car of Volkswagen, and that's why it gets a very feature-rich cabin. A couple of features that you didn't even find on the older Tiguan. And if we compare it against the changes of the regular Tiguan, well, there are just a couple of feature addition and nothing else. For example, there's this new virtual cockpit with a fully digital instrument cluster over here. That's one of the biggest highlight. And then there's a big touchscreen infotainment system which gets Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, Mirror Link, and voice assist. It gets these Vienna leather seats with dual tone grey and greyish blue color theme over the dashboard, and the greyish blue theme for the seat upholstery as well. If you see, it looks well on the dashboard, but the seats are a bit too light for my liking. And some of the other features on board include 3-zone climate control, drive modes including eco, sport, drive. Then there are off-road modes, automatic headlamps, wipers, electrically adjustable front seats, lumbar support for the driver, heated ORVMs, heated seats, panoramic sunroof, and much more. The front seats are a bit firm but still very comfortable, very accommodating, and especially even if you have been doing a long drive for say some 6 to 7 hours continuously seated here, you'll still feel fresh after that. And also for me, for the comfort of the driver, you have this electronic seat adjustment with lumbar support as well. That's pretty good feature. Moving on to the second row, even here I feel quite comfortable, and yes, it can be easily converted into a chauffeured car as well. As you can see, I have plenty of head space over here. The knee space is also quite adequate. Now the seat is turned towards the back, and there's also adequate knee support over here. The cabin can easily squeeze 3 people inside here on the second row, which is a good thing. And for the comfort of the second row passengers, you have this parcel tray where you can probably keep your laptops, keep your iPads, keep your plates, eat, work, whatever you want to do over here. Then there's this individual AC control unit for the second row where you can set the temperature, the level of blower, and there's also a USB charger over here, a 12-volt socket. And if you aren't getting anyone seated in the between, then just open the rear center armrest that comes with 2 cup holders. Now let's get to the main USP of this car, the third row. Now you can see I am at the third row, and frankly for a person my height 5'10", it's something not right. So the seat, as you can see, is pulled literally to the forward. You can see the difference between both the seats, and then only I can fit myself inside the car. I have still just a bit of knee space left over here. The underside support is very less as the seat is literally lowered in height, and also you can see these headrests over here. These are just poking me in the back, so I'm not at all comfortable over here. Someone say about 5 to 5'3" or better, if a teen can definitely fit inside the cabin over here, but definitely you will have to do some adjustments with the second row passenger. Powering the Tiguan Allspace is a 2-liter TSI engine with direct injection technology. No diesel engine here gives it a big disadvantage because you miss out on the extra grunt, extra torque that a diesel engine offers. However, the TSI engine proves that there's no loss in missing out on a diesel engine. The engine is capable of producing 187 bhp and 320 Newton meters of peak torque. It gets 4-wheel drive as standard, and the transmission duties are handled by a 7-speed DSG. Weighing nearly 2000 kilograms, the engine feels quite responsive, quite light-headed. The acceleration is very brisk, very exciting, very enthusiastic, I might say. And the turbo starts kicking in right from 2000 RPM, and that's when things get exciting. Between 2000 to 3500 RPM, the mid-range is very strong, and that's why you have a sudden boost coming in even if you have slightest of accelerator pressed. However, the engine has really no turbo lag present at any given point of time. Under 1500 RPM, yes, the torque generation is a bit low. However, you still get things done nicely actually. And the mid-range, as usual, of a TSI engine is very strong, but still you miss the low end grunt that a diesel engine offers. The car revs up nicely till 6000 RPM, and with that you get a sweet exhaust note coming in right from 2000 RPM. On the refinement terms, yes, it is a bit low, but if you take it from positive view, you have a very sweet sounding, very sporty sounding exhaust note, even if you are calm on the accelerator, even if you are just about at 2000 RPM. That also brings me to the cabin insulation, which I must say it's quite impeccable. You can barely hear any road noise coming in inside the cabin, barely engine noise coming in inside the cabin. Even if you are going a bit aggressive, say about 2500 rpm, you hear the exhaust note, and that's just it. If you play some good music, have your AC set to second or third level, you won't hear anything outside your car. That's how peaceful it feels inside. The 7-speed DSG is present here, and I personally find it very delightful because the more affordable Vento and Polo now don't get one. As always, the gear shifts are very smooth, very quick, very exciting, although sometimes the gearbox feels to be a bit over enthusiastic, over exciting because it drops down just too suddenly. Now, for a couple of instances, I was cruising down nicely at 7th gear when I decided to go flat out, and the gears literally in a second or two drop down to second or third. That's how sudden it is. There's literally no turbo lag found at any given point of time, and even the gear lags, the gear shifting lag is not found. If you go flat out, it just takes a second or two for car to start boosting up again. If you take things on a positive side, the engine feels a bit over enthusiastic, but it still retains that enthusiastic spark even if you are driving at high speeds or driving at the low speeds. That's a strong point about it, I must say. Moving on, there are off-road modes present here, definitely because it's a four-wheel drive car, but still the Tiguan Allspace is a mild off-roader. You can't do any hardcore off-roading with this car. It also gets eco, sport and drive mode. May I say, this is one of the very few cars where I actually found a big difference between the eco mode and the sport mode. So in the eco mode, usually the throttle responses are lethargic, and sometimes the accelerator feels a bit heavy to put in. Best for the driving experience is definitely the sport mode. You can drive it nicely till the red line, and that coupled up with paddle shifter makes the complete experience bonkers. All said, this nice engine performance does not gel enough with the steering wheel. The wheels, although lightweight, sometimes feels disconnected to the car. I would have liked the steering wheel to be a bit more responsive and probably a bit more focused on the driving part. Talking about the suspension part, it can take some mildly damaged roads and some sharp potholes. However, if you go over very sharp potholes, very big potholes, then you will have some discomfort coming inside the cabin. The stiffer suspension setup also means that you have a firm ride quality. The car remains very well planted, and that's one of the things where the Allspace excels at. Feels very plush, very well planted even if you're going at triple digit speeds down the highway. Lastly, bringing me to the braking part, the bite of the brakes is very good. The feedback is very strong like a regular Volkswagen car, and that's because it gets disc brakes on all the four wheels. I'll tell you that the car has some driving aids, some high-end electronics for the comfort of the driver. There's lane assist, there's cruise control, autonomous emergency braking, there's semi-autonomous parking assist, and auto start-stop system. The lane assist works very nicely if you are cruising down the highways and you have no traffic to your side. Then you can use it. It's a very handy feature. However, it takes time, the car takes time, the sensors take time actually to recognize the lanes, and one disadvantage is that if you are on the first lane or the last lane, then the car will stick to the end of the lane, and probably you might be a bit nervous of it running into the dividers. You also have full time sensors that help the car to recognize if anything, a person or a car is standing near to you, they are coming close to you. You get that notification on the MID which shows that a certain car is near by this much. However, even that works only at low speeds for about 20 kilometers per hour maximum. After that it does not work. One of the other important features that this car offers is auto start stop system. So if your car is standing idle for more than 2 or 3 seconds, the car automatically switches off the engine. However, that works only under certain conditions. For example, if you slot into parking gear, immediately the auto start stop system will start functioning. If you have taken off your foot off the accelerator, then also it will work even if it's in down mode. It won't work if you have set the AC on auto or max level, and it also won't work if you move the steering wheel. So just come at a signal, leave the steering wheel, put it into parking gear, and you'll have the auto start system working. And as soon as you press the pedal, as soon as you move the steering wheel, the engine will automatically start again. So now coming on to the verdict of Volkswagen Tiguan Allspace, whether it's a sensible purchase or not, let's get you answers to all these questions. First, it does not get a diesel engine which its rivals like the Autorush G4, Toyota Fortuner, Ford Endeavour offer one. So there's one of the biggest disadvantages of the Tiguan Allspace, and plus the TSI engine high on performance, but it does not offer the adequate mileage or great mileage figures that a diesel engine offers. So your daily fuel expenses are also going up, correct? And its main USP is the third row, and as you saw, the comfort is not that great for a fully grown adult, while its rivals offer better rear seat comfort. So what's the USP of Tiguan Allspace? Well, it's perfect for a family like Mr. and Mrs., their elder parents, and one or two children, which can go easily on the third row. That's the whole structure that you can fit inside the Allspace. It's basically for a modern family, for a joint family, you might say. It's quite suitable for that, and of course, in terms of performance, in terms of the driving experience, it beats them all in the rival. So if you ask me, yes, this is one car which I, as an auto enthusiast, would prefer to own. If once I have a family, right now I'm just 23, so I don't have to care. I can probably go for the Polo Vento, which seems more for my age. But yes, if a 40-year-old auto enthusiast is looking for a car, has a good 30 to 40 lakhs budget, then Allspace is the car for him. But if you are actually considering to buying this, well, this is a CBU, it's a fully imported unit, and only limited units of it are available for this year. So if you have to buy one, just rush to the nearest Volkswagen showroom before it gets sold out. So if you have any more questions, any more doubts, then please let us know in the comment section below. We'll be happy to answer all your questions, all your doubts. This is your host Tarun, and if you liked watching our video, give us a thumbs up, share this video, and subscribe to Car Blog India for more such car reviews and bike reviews.